What's up, guys? Scotty2 Hockey here, aka the average hockey fan once again, and the Montreal Canadiens defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-5 in a shootout in Game 2 of the regular season. Unfortunately, I could not do Game 1 against Carolina. I'm just getting over the flu, in case you guys can't tell by the sound of my voice. It's still a bit hoarse, but I was good enough to do this game, and man, was it ever a good game. The Habs really had to lace up their skates late in the third period, score 4 straight goals in the last 10 minutes, and after only having one in the first 50 minutes, they scored 4 straight goals in the last 10 minutes, eventually ended up going up 5-4. Austin Matthews had to step up big for the Leafs in the last minute of the game to score a goal to tie it up. It goes into overtime, nobody scores. Carey Price was really good in overtime. Then it goes into the shootout, only one player scores, and it's Paul Byron for the Montreal Canadiens, and the Habs win the game. What an exciting game. The first hockey night in Canada of the year, the first Saturday night game versus the Leafs of the season, and the Habs have a big comeback win. They win it in the shootout. I know both teams got points. I would have preferred if the Habs had to win it 5-4 in regulation, but can't complain coming back like that. As far as the shots go, Montreal had 42, Toronto had 37. Montreal had 15 block shots, Toronto had 18 block shots. Montreal had 26 hits, Toronto had 19 hits. Montreal had a 45.8% face-off percentage, Toronto had a 54.2% face-off percentage. Montreal had 10 turnovers, Toronto had 15 turnovers. Montreal went 0 for 3 on the power play, Toronto went 3 for 5. Yes, Montreal's penalty kill was bad in the sense that they gave up a few goals to the Leafs, but they also had 2 big shorthanded goals at the end of the game in the third period. Philip Deneau is a beast on the power play, and Shea Weber, after having, in my opinion, not the best game one, was a lot better in this game. By no means did he have a stellar game, but as far as Shea Weber goes, he didn't live up to his standards in game one, and he was a lot better in this game. He was a big part of the shorthanded goals. As far as the goals go, they opened up immediately. The first goal of the game came at 1:08. Brendan Gallagher gets the puck in the Montreal zone, passes it up to Arturi Lehkonen. He skates it into the Toronto zone. Max Domi skates up with him, uses his speed to create a 2-on-1. Lehkonen gets it over to Domi. Domi makes no mistake, scores the first goal of the game. The Habs go up 1-0. The second goal of the game comes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. 5:57 into this first period, Austin Matthews scores off an assist from Morgan Rielly and Cody Ceci. 15:54 into the game, Nick Suzuki makes a bad play behind the net. He ends up getting stripped by Trevor Moore. Trevor Moore gets it out in front to Kerfoot. Kerfoot makes no mistake, blasts it by Carey Price, and Toronto goes up 2-1. In the second period, there was only one goal. Moore scored at 1:29 in off an assist from Mikheyev and Kerfoot. That was a really good line for the Leafs, I'm not going to lie. I don't know a good line for the Leafs. They were giving the Habs fits last night. And in the third period, 5:16 into the game, it kind of looked like Nylander iced it on this one. A power play goal. Nylander gets a pass from Tyson Barrie, walks in, just shoots it past Price. There was a screen in front of Price. Kapanen did screen Price, but it was kind of a weak goal. It was a goal I thought he should have had, and Kerfoot also had an assist on that play as well. 5:27 into the first period, not even 10 seconds after the Nylander goal, 11 seconds, after the Nylander goal, I believe it was Byron. Byron creates a turnover in the middle of the ice. He gets it into the Toronto zone. He gets it over to Max Domi. Max Domi flies in, passes it across to Drouin. It looked like Drouin was trying to pass it back to Byron. Ends up bouncing off a Leafs defender and going in the net. Habs score. And then to tie it up, on the power play, Kapanen makes a bonehead move, throws a broken stick at Jeff Petrie, which ends up resulting in a penalty shot for the Montreal Canadiens. Petrie makes no mistake, skates in, puts a snapshot past Michael Hutchinson. I had to say that it was Hutchinson in net. It wasn't Freddie Anderson. The Leafs were playing it back-to-back. The Habs were facing the Leafs backup goalie, and Petrie made no mistake on that, beating the young goalie Hutchinson clean on a beautiful snapshot. And then, 15:20 into the third period, it looked like the Habs were going to end the game right here. 15:20 into the third period, Deneau scores a shorthanded goal assisted by Galley and Weber. But at 18:45 in, with only a minute and 15 seconds left, Austin Matthews steps up, ties the game for the Leafs, gets a beautiful pass from Tyson Barrie. It was a really quick shot. Price had no chance on it, scores on it. Also, Marner had an assist on that as well. Then we go into overtime. In overtime, nobody scored, but I do have to mention Carey Price was really solid in overtime. He stopped John Tavares on a clean breakaway. The Habs were on a power play. The power play ended. Tavares came out of the box. Toronto got it up to Tavares. He got in a clean breakaway, just like game one of last season. I thought Tavares was going to beat Price and win the game, but no, Carey Price stands tall. And then on another play, Mitch Marner gets the puck, comes in on a clean breakaway, tries to do pretty much the same move Tavares did, tries to get Price going side to side and beat him on a backhand. Doesn't end up beating Price. Price stops him, and he also stopped Tavares on another nice play in the last couple seconds of the game. So it goes into a shootout. In the shootout, only one player scores. It's Paul Byron, and the Habs win. Carey Price had an .860 save percentage, not good by his standards. Michael Hutchison, who looked really, really shaky for the Leafs in the third period, had an .880 save percentage. But all in all, the Habs defeat the Leafs. They come back. They win 6-5 in the shootout after being down 4-1 with 10 minutes left in the third period. Looking good for the Montreal Canadiens. 1-0-1 is the record. Let me know what you think, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. I hope you enjoyed the game because I know I do. Let's go, Habs. Regular season hockey's back. Scotty2Hockey, a.k.a. the Average Hockey Fan. Over and